From Real Clear Investigations, exclusive secret meetings open document floodgates on Trump-Russia hoax. The floodgates holding back long-buried classified documents exposing government efforts to claim Donald Trump conspired with Vladimir Putin to manipulate the 2016 U.S. presidential election might finally be opening. Trump administration officials held an urgent meeting Sunday to discuss new information on Russiagate, which they might use to build a criminal conspiracy case against Obama and Biden administrations. Political appointees who allegedly weaponized the government against Trump. Two Trump administration officials told Real Clear Investigations. The documents are said to contain long classified information, including a secret 200-page congressional audit that reveals details about how an intelligence community assessment on Russia ordered by President Obama after the 2016 election was framed in a way that portrayed Trump as being beholden to the Kremlin. Now, everybody here you may or may not be aware of it, but I believe it was last week, Matt Taibbi wrote on his Substack about how the DOJ, about Comey and Brennan were involved, that there was evidence against them, and now there's investigations into both Comey and Brennan. But I'm wondering if you guys have any kind of take on this. What do you think?
Have you heard of the Brennan kill list?
The strike list?
No, Google Brennan kill list. So John Brennan every Tuesday would make a list of assets. He would go over the CIA, who to kill. I think it was the New York Times wrote about it. It's a Brennan kill list. And every Tuesday, they would type in John Brennan kill list Tuesday. It should come up. So every Tuesday, they would submit this list to Obama, and Obama would kill these people.
So you're talking about the...
John Brennan's kill list right here, the New Yorker. So, this talks about it. Obviously, he'd probably have to pay for the article. But it talks about how John Brennan would give a list every Tuesday, and Barack Obama would personally oversee and approve who he would kill.
So I think that's the deposition matrix, formerly known as a kill list. It's a database of information for tracking, capturing, rendering, or killing suspected enemies of the United States. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
So this is the drone strike list that Obama would use.
Well, they would have multiple lists. I mean, they would kill people with drones. They'd kill people all different ways on this list, allegedly, the CIA list. And so I would think it's pretty obvious that John Brennan and Obama are corrupt. So, I mean, I definitely want to look into it. A lot of people don't know about this list, but literally this list, allegedly, every Tuesday, there's different names, different assets, and they would go kill the people on this list. So I don't want to be on that list. I mean, who knows who's on that list? Let's see that list.
The deposition matrix, this is where they had the justification for killing Anwar al-Awlaki and for killing whoever was targeted at the wedding that Anwar al-Awlaki's son was at, that ended up with him being killed by drone strikes.
But I'm just saying this list, though, is not just big assets. Like, there's small assets on this list. There's all kinds of people on this list. I mean, and who chooses to kill this guy? Because we don't like him? Because they don't give us, a good deal on oil? Like, who gets to choose? Why are we...
Well, apparently it was John Brennan, the president, that were choosing.
That's what I'm saying. So John Brennan gets to decide, we're going to kill this guy. So I don't know. I don't like that our government even has a list like that. I mean, I know I'm being...
update every Tuesday?
Every Tuesday. Literally, it was called... there's that New Yorker, I think, wrote about it, and there's other people that have written about it, but it was every Tuesday that this list would go out, and it would be a new list, be new assets that they would go and kill. And Barack Obama was the guy that would actually directly approve it to John Brennan. So I think they're corrupt. I think if you just look at this article, and you guys can do your own research. I'm not, a conspiracy theorist. This is actual knowledge that has been exposed. So yes, I want them held accountable, and this is why I don't like the war in the Middle East. And you guys probably agree with me. Why are we drone striking weddings? Why are we drone striking Afghani funerals? I mean, it's just because we're killing terrorists, because that protects us.
To my knowledge, there haven't been really a lot of drone strikes as of late.
Not as of late, but Barack Obama, I think he did a drone strike I think he did enough drone strikes in 8 years. It was like he dropped a drone every 2 hours for 8 years.
I've got the stats for that, actually. I just looked this up. This is ridiculous. So 3,000 to 4,000 total deaths from Obama drone strikes, with 300 to 1,000 civilian deaths.
Mm-hmm. And you can multiply that by 3. It's like a girl's body count. You know what I mean? If they tell you they banged 5 guys, they banged 50 guys. And that's the same thing. If the CIA tells you they killed 3,000, they probably killed 30,000.
Dude, and that's out of 563 drone strikes. That's a ton of drone strikes to okay. That's crazy.
Yeah. So,
So, but back to the home front here. The idea that CIA and the Obama administration, including the FBI, was fabricating information about foreign collusion by Donald Trump, by the elected president, because a lot of if I understand correctly, the information that Tulsi Gabbard had put up. It's all on her X account. But she was talking about in December. So Donald Trump had been elected, and at that point, they were saying, so on December 8th, 2016, IC officials prepared an assessment for the president's daily brief, finding that Russia did not impact recent U.S. election results by conducting cyber attacks on infrastructure. Before it could reach the president, it was abruptly pulled based on new guidance. This key intelligence assessment was never published. Now, it's based on guidance. That's not based on evidence that was found or new intelligence. It was guidance from the higher-ups in the CIA, I suppose. So this is after Donald Trump had already won the election. So it's the outgoing president trying to implicate the incoming administration in, fixing the election. I mean, that's something that everybody in the United States should have a problem with.
Yeah, but I mean, now, don't we not even care anymore? I mean, do we really care anymore about Russia hoax? Like, I feel like everybody knows it was BS. Donald Trump won the second election. And now going back, I think that we would all say, and you guys might not agree, that it was good that Donald Trump lost the 2020 election. So
that's not, we're not talking about.
I know we're talking about 2016 and how the Russian collusion and how it was all fake, but we know that it's fake. Is anybody going to be held accountable? I doubt it.
Well, I mean, like I said, last week, or maybe the week before, both Comey and Brennan are under investigation. So an actual investigation by the Justice Department now with this information, it's completely reasonable to think that they might be actually, brought before a court or something might actually happen. I understand, there's a lot of people that are like, oh, nothing ever happens. And that's even to the point that it's a meme now. But still, if they're investigating and there's this evidence that DNI Gabbard has delivered to the DOJ, because at the end of this tweet thread, she says, "I'm providing all documents to the Department of Justice to deliver the accountability that President Trump, his family, and the American people deserve." So she's delivering this information. They've already started the investigations into those two guys without this information. So this going to them, I would assume that it is more than just a fart in the wind.
Well, does Comey get a pass, though? Because I think that in 2016, him saying that he would investigate Hillary Clinton arguably won Donald Trump the election. So I don't know if he meant to do that, but I think Donald Trump almost kind of owes James Comey one. Do you think he'll give him a pardon on this deal? I don't know. I think he would. I think Comey will get off. I just personally don't think anybody in the FBI will actually tell on themselves like this. I hope I'm wrong. I hope Tulsi Gabbard does this. I just have no hope of the FBI investigating itself or the CIA investigating itself. So
I feel like this is one of the things that the Trump administration has tried to do since it got into office again, has been trying to, cleave apart the deep state and go after the entrenched bureaucrats. And I think that this might be an actual significant part of it.
Yeah, it seems like they're starting from the very beginning when they're finally in there and they're like, okay, well, we can at least start with this from 2016 and start piecing together what we could possibly do about this situation. So it's like better than nothing.
Yeah, I mean, and there, to another point, there's a lot of people that are complaining, pretty regularly. Oh, I want to see arrests. What's Donald Trump doing? What's Donald Trump doing, et cetera. And Kash Patel and Dan Bongino have said, hey, look, we're working behind the scenes. We can't tell you guys what's going on, and we can't arrest people or make arrests without actually having tangible evidence that we could actually, take action on, because you don't want to arrest people and not have something to actually prosecute, not be sure that you have a legitimate chance of actually being successful. I mean, the government's 95% of their prosecutions they end up convicting. Come to a conviction. So they want. I
think it's higher than 95%. See, we're going to go back and we're going to investigate this, and obviously they colluded, and I think there's a lot of people that were involved in the collusion in 2016 and the Russiagate stuff. But I wish that Donald Trump would actually use his resources to investigate whether Michelle Obama has a penis or not. You know what I mean? Like I'm sick and tired. Like, we know about Russia stuff. I want to know about this conspiracy stuff. And on a serious note, obviously Michelle Obama, whether she has one or not, there is other stuff I think that is more important to go after than just James Comey. So I don't know. Look at, you said Maureen Comey lost her job in the Puff Daddy trial. I think that was, she purposely did that. She purposely lost that case. I think there's a big conspiracy there. So Puff Daddy would walk, because I think Puff Daddy is connected to the same people that Jeffrey Epstein is connected to, and that they...
I disagree.
You don't think so?
The reason I disagree is I think that the people that Puff Daddy is mostly connected to are multimillionaires. The people that Epstein is dealing with are multi-billionaires, and that is a world of it is
would argue
as
that-
different from me to multi-billionaires.
I would argue that those people are financially more powerful, but I would say culturally the people that Puff Daddy did are more popular, in general. So they could be used for even more leverage because they're actually outspoken. Like a celebrity is more important than the secret billionaire.
Who was implicated in the Puff Daddy stuff?
Well, Jay-Z, Beyonce, allegedly, and then they had to sue a bunch of people. I mean, this is allegedly. I'm not saying Jay-Z was doing that, but, he had to sue a bunch of people for, accusing him of being at these parties. So I do think, even though they might not have been as financially powerful, they were powerful in a different way, to try to, if you have leverage on a person like Michael Jackson or a person like R. Kelly or something like that, I think that is very powerful. Like their message goes a lot farther than a billionaire who nobody knows their name.
It kind of makes me think that, like you said, should be focusing on maybe something more important than the Comey thing. Now, firstly, if they did collude,
But are
bring it to justice.
you saying that they should be focusing on something more important?
Well, that's what Alex was insinuated, that why is the government focusing on this thing? It seems like it's almost irrelevant. And it does feel like they're trying to throw people off the Epstein case and make them think about something new. Like they're like, oh shit, Epstein, and like Trump doesn't want to be involved, doesn't want to be near the name. And he's like, just hit Comey. Go for Comey.
I think you all got Epstein on the brain.
Yeah, well, how could we not? I mean, that's the only thing. We want this damn list. I mean, I can see the influencers are like, well, we have bigger fish to fry than the Epstein list, but I've been passionate about this since 2016, and the Epstein list was one of the reasons that I started liking Donald Trump, because he was opposite of Hillary, who Bill Clinton was on this plane doing God knows what. So it's something that
Donald Trump isn't implicated in being on the plane.
He was on the plane, but I do think that Bill Clinton getting, oral sex from Monica Lewinsky and maybe doing more in the Oval Office, I think maybe Donald Trump's a dog. He likes to bang him. I'm sure he does. But I think Bill Clinton's even more of a sexual pervert, and I think he's more of a sexual degenerate. And I think that he is more than likely guilty.
More than Epstein?
Well, no, Bill Clinton and Epstein are probably the same. Epstein, I don't even know. I don't want to say this on YouTube. I don't want to get it strict. But supposedly Epstein had I was just listening to Tucker talk about this, was obsessed with girls with braces.
I was just
thinking, I'm just saying, that's
I was thinking that. I'm like, but Bill Clinton. I was like, Bill Clinton.
So Epstein's the sickest, but Bill Clinton, I think, is a close. He's a dog too. But the sickest of them all is Jimmy Savile. That's the person we're not talking about. That's a guy that was host of Top of the Pops. He was knighted by the Queen. He was best friends with Prince Charles. And then after his death, it came out that he was a porter at the Royal Children's Hospital, and that he allegedly would go into the morgue and he would take bodies and they would take them on boats and they would do SRA, satanic ritualistic abuse, and they would do rituals with the dead bodies. And Jimmy Savile laid the groundwork for these, elite pedophiles doing, weird rituals with children.
I get that, the Epstein stuff is very hot right now, and there's a lot of people that want to talk about it. You don't think that the possibility of finding out that the Obama administration, including former President Obama, were involved in trying to basically do a coup to an incoming president.
I think we already know that. I mean,
right,
are they guilty? What are we going to arrest Barack Obama? You think they're?
We all know that Jeffrey Epstein was a pedophile.
That's true, but I just don't think they're going to arrest Barack Obama. I don't think they're going to arrest James Comey. I don't think John Brennan. If John Brennan had a list where he could just kill people,
Epstein's dead. They're not arresting him again.
Yeah, but there's people that are alive that are still on the list. You know what I mean?
But they did arrest Epstein because they finally got the paperwork finished. So maybe this is the beginning of that. Of going after for the 2016 stuff, the Russiagate.
Oh, okay, going after the Obama administration.
I mean, I'm not saying that it's not important. I'm worried. I love Kash. I'm friends, with Kash Patel. He's helped me out, but I just do not trust the FBI to investigate itself. I mean, call me black-pilled or whatever. So I don't know. We have a system of justice, but it's not very just. So I don't think it's like the MAGA granny is going to get 6 years in jail, but James Comey is probably not going to get 5 minutes.
Take that thought and apply it to the Epstein stuff. If you don't trust the FBI to investigate itself, and the evidence that DNI Gabbard has prevented
I think raping a child is worse than whatever James Comey
did. But why would the FBI investigate that if they wouldn't investigate?
Well, the FBI didn't really investigate that very well, did they?
Then why? So do you think that there's more of a chance that stuff will come out about the Epstein stuff?
I think it's a possibility, but I was arguing with James O'Keefe about this. He says that it's going to come out sooner. I think it'll probably all come out after we're dead. That's when the list will come out. It's like how 9/11, there's 28 pages redacted that they're not going to give us. So they give us a 9/11 commission report, but literally 28 pages are redacted. So they give us a binder, but it's full of a bunch of bullcrap we already know.
That was so the binder was just the
was the worst
stunt.
But why even give us the binder if there's not going to be a phase 2?
No
Why
idea.
put phase 1?
No
Phases, there's multiple phases. So.
Yeah, it was the dumbest thing. That was literally the dumbest thing that the Trump administration has done, bar none. That was the worst thing they've done.
And people have attacked the influencers, but I'm actually empathetic to them because
They didn't know.
They didn't know. And any of us, if they invited me to the White House and they handed me a binder, I'd be like, "This is cool.
That's
This
part
is
of-
Epstein list." I mean, I don't, you know.
Well, that's part of why it was so bad, because they embarrassed people that had been such staunch supporters of the administration.
What was the actual point of that? Does anyone
There was
know?
literally none. That's the
Had to be
problem.
some reason they did that.
To try to, I guess, appease us in some sort of way. And I think people that are, this is the thing, most people are low IQ voters and don't even know who J.D. Vance is. But that's the difference between us and the left. Conservatives are actually paying a little more attention, so we're not as dumb as the left. So I think that's why they weren't able to trick us with this, and that's why there's still people that are influential on the right calling out the Trump administration, saying, where's the transparency that you guys campaigned on?
Yeah, well, I think you made a good point. It's going to come out when we die, because the JFK files, there's a lot more stuff in there because everybody was dead from it.
Yeah.
So that's when they come out with the good stuff. But are they going to actually arrest Obama for this? Does anybody think that's actually going to happen?
Think it's going to happen. I probably would say no. I don't think it's going to happen.
Should it happen? Yes.
completely
Should it
into-
happen?
It's totally and completely within the realm of possibility.
Ordinarily, I would agree and say like it could never happen, but then we had Trump arrested.
But that's part of the thing. It's like that kind of seal has been broken on
Right.
arresting presidents. So, and it is without a question that if the things that are being that the Obama administration has been implicated in, the alleged behaviors that Tulsi Gabbard says that she's delivered the information to the Justice Department, if that actually did happen, that is without question enough to put Barack Obama in jail.
Oh, for sure.
Far worse. It's far worse than anything Trump did.
Dude,
They had to literally create, they had to create a whole list or a whole fake crime, so that way the misdemeanors could be brought to the level of felonies.
Luckily for Barack Obama, he used to write letters to his ex-lover that he fantasized about having gay relations. So in prison, he would probably do very well. Maybe his fantasies would come true. He wrote that letter for a reason. So if he went to jail, it probably wouldn't be that bad. He'd probably be the king of the jail. He'd be the president of the jail. So. And he's an African American. Statistically, they do go to jail more. So actually, you're right. Barack Obama is for prison. He's
Dude, if
done.
he got a mugshot, it would be a third term for Obama.
I know. Actually, you're probably not wrong. Could you imagine if he had the same kind of Trump mugshot shirt?
Yeah, with the
because
same
nobody's ever
attitude.
competed with merch. Like Biden, Andrew Schultz jokes about it, didn't sell any merch. Trump sold so much merch, but we're forgetting Obama sold a bunch of merch.
That's true. He
Obama
invented a type of merch.
Dude, he invented the Obama shirt.
Right.
I mean, dude, so
style.
if you had merch for merch and you had a merch booth of Barack Obama, mugshot shirts and Donald Trump mugshot shirts, I don't know. I bet it'd be closer than you think.
Do you think that that's because the now modern America wants a celebrity president? People would say that Donald Trump is the first celebrity president.
is,
Nah,
yeah.
I
Reagan.
disagree. I think that it's not Reagan. I think that it was Barack Obama. That was the first, because he would do slow jam the news on the nightly shows. People loved Barack
You are right. When I
About
was in
Teddy
college,
Kennedy.
Teddy Roosevelt. Is it just too early for celebrities to even exist
Teddy Roosevelt.
pre-television?
Well, they had
Yeah.
Teddy Bear off of him.
So you're talking about post-television era?
Well, no, I mean just the first one to actually be considered a celebrity. Because even like there's an argument that Bill Clinton, when he went on MTV and played the sax, that
Saxophone,
was like the first.
Okay, so
kind
like
of putting
president
your
first,
toe
then
in.
they become a celebrity because they're the president.
Well, I mean, Donald Trump is the first person that was a celebrity first, but
Right.
I think that Barack Obama became a celebrity as he became
Right.
president, because he
No, I
was
agree.
literally, he's the junior senator from Illinois, and then he gets catapulted into
He
the
had great style.
like
I'll give
Reagan
him
was
that.
a B-list celebrity, but
Right.
an actor, but he wasn't like Trump.
I don't think he was B-list.
Trump. I was told he was a B-list actor growing
I think it's
up.
people that were critical of him that were calling him a B-list.
really?
I think he was a pretty hot, hot commodity.
Nothing compared to Trump. And like you said, Kennedy, John F. Kennedy, superstar, dated Marilyn Monroe, or he had Marilyn Monroe in the White House.
I think he was probably the first. I'm asking Grok right now. It says Reagan, Grok says, for the first celebrity president.
He was pretty famous.
I would still argue, I would debate this all day long, that it is technically Donald Trump, even though because every president you could say is a celebrity, because Donald Trump had The Apprentice, was like #1 reality show. Like he was actually had a whole career just doing celebrity TV. and then went to politics. I don't know. I think I would say that if The Rock became president, you know, that Donald Trump is more like The Rock than Barack Obama.
Yeah,
so.
he's a rich entertainer.
Yes,
as opposed to a politician.
And that's why I hope I mean this. I pray. I don't pray for a lot. I do pray, but I do pray that Tucker Carlson runs for president. I think Tucker has a big chance of winning, and I know some people might not like that, but I hope Tucker runs
in 2028.
I think he'll be the next celebrity president. I don't know if he'll run in 2028. And I've actually talked to him. I've asked him. He says he has no interest in politics. He said that to me twice.
You think JD has what it takes?
I think they're going to put him up. I mean, I like JD Vance. Some stuff. He was just on Theo Vaughn's podcast, you know, a couple months ago. Oh, Epstein list. He's not talking about the Epstein list anymore. So, I don't know. I mean, I like JD Vance, but I mean,
he doesn't have the celebrity power that
he doesn't have the swag. Him running at Disneyland, you know, he didn't have the swag. He needs to have
He's the kind of guy we need, though. Somebody that came from a poor upbringing, that isn't a rich kid. I think that's what Americans have wanted for so long. You know,
it might be time to like not revert, but to go away from the celebrity obsession into like a bureaucrat, not a bureaucrat, but like a math guy.
This is where I disagree, though. JD Vance is he's Ivy League school guy, though. I mean, you know, he gives us like, oh, I'm a hillbilly. I'm just a hillbilly, but he named his son Vivek after Vivek Ramaswamy, his best friend.
He had a
no, but a lot of people's moms are drug addicts. You know, a lot of people have drug addicts.
That's true. His son's name is Vivek?
Yeah, he named his son. JD Vance named his son after his best friend Vivek from law school, and that they've been friends. Isn't that a weird?
That is weird.
Dude. Look it up right now. Look it up. Yes, Vivek is JD Vance named his son after Vivek Ramaswamy.
And JD is super tight with Peter Thiel, I'm hearing. Thiel was like investing in his company. Is that what it was?
And then listen to this. You know, I got in trouble for this. You know that Augustus Dorico guy, the guy that's doing the Rainmaker guy? So I said one tweet. That guy went on every single podcast after those 27 kids, those poor children drowned. Went on all these podcasts talking about, oh, his company had nothing to do with it, 48 hours. And I'm sure his company had nothing to do with it. But I did one tweet where I was like, this guy's going on a media tour, is not showing any remorse. Dude, Peter Thiel had people contact me, like multiple people at my company, multiple people that I know, had 10 different people, and I've gone after Nikki Haley, I've gone after some high powerful people, and me going after Augustus Dorico got Peter Thiel involved and they've just because of one tweet. This is less than 2 weeks old.
This is about the cloud seeding.
This is about the cloud seeding, about the horrible floods that happened in Kerrville, Texas, where over 100 people died and 27 girls at a Christian camp, Camp Mystic, that had been there 99 years. And on top of this, they were arguing with me about it. They're like, actually, in 1987, there was a really bad flood too, but that flood was 15 feet. Well, this one was 26 feet, and this one happened in like 90 minutes. And I do not like people manipulating the weather. Call me old school, call me old fashioned, but guys going on podcasts like, oh, we need to manipulate the weather because these farmers don't have enough water. It's like, okay, all right, I don't want you spraying silver iodine in the sky. And they're like, well, we can only create this many gallons of water. It's like, okay, sure, you can just pinpoint it. So my point is, Peter Thiel is evil. He's a sicko. Don't like you, Peter Thiel, trying to get me fired.
All right, so listen,
Thiel.
so we are of the opinion that Barack Obama and his DOJ and CIA cohorts are not going to be arrested.
Oh, I don't know.
Probably not. They do deserve a perp walk.
But it's like the court of public opinion at this point. If the world starts dragging them emotionally, that's probably the victory that I think you're going to get out of it.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.